Guys, please. Okay, so this is video number 1 from the Daily Push. In this one, we're going to be covering hot pockets. For this one, we've had special help from Jeroen Stam, aka Skateboard Physio. He's a physiotherapist that works directly with skaters, treats a lot of skaters. He's provided pretty much most of the information for this video, so massive shout out to him, and I hope you like the video. So what is a hot pocket? If you imagine that this is your foot and this is your shin, it's pretty much just a pain that you get right there in the front of your ankle joint, and it comes about from forcefully bending your foot past its normal range of motion, and you end up hitting, say, one of the bones in your foot against one of the bones in your shin, or one of the bones against a ligament or something like this, and it creates something that's similar to a bruise. The reason hot pockets take so long to heal is normally because you go back to skating far too early and you end up just hitting that bruise again. Pretty much all you can do is don't skate for 2 or 3 weeks and just let the bruise go away on its own. If you have to go skate for whatever reason, like, one thing that you can do is put on a laced brace, but I mean, it's pretty much not gonna really protect you. Like, if you imagine every single time you go skate, you're bending down, you're doing that motion. Every single time you pop your trick, you're doing that motion. When you land a trick, you're doing that motion. Like, even when you're pushing, you're doing that motion. So even if you've got a brace on, like, it's gonna give you a little bit of protection, but it's pretty much not gonna protect you at the same time. If you've been doing everything right to rehab it, but it just keeps coming back, you need to hit up a physiotherapist or a sports medicine doctor, because it's possible that something called anterior ankle impingement is the cause. Anterior ankle impingement is pretty much the boss level hot pocket. It's pretty similar to a normal hot pocket, but if you imagine, instead of just a bone hitting against something else, it's more that you're actually pinching some of the flesh, like, deep in that ankle joint. You're pinching it every time you do that motion. It's also important to note that only a very small amount of people who have that pain in that joint end up with anterior ankle impingement. So don't fall into the classic Google self-diagnosis trap that leaves you with something like leprosy or something like this. Just remember, it's only a small amount of people, so before you start freaking out, just give it some rest and it should go away. So these are going to be the 6 steps for how to heal a hot pocket. Number 1 is rest. Just rest for 2 or 3 weeks. Don't skate. Let it do its healing thing and do something else. Buy some felt tips, paint some eggs, dunno, whatever you want to do. Just don't skate. 2 or 3 weeks rest. Number 2 is going to be mobilize. So people with limited range of motion in their ankle joints, they're usually more susceptible to hot pockets because they've pretty much got less distance to go before you hit one side against the other. So for this one, we're going to be using a band to improve the movement and increase the range of motion of the ankle joint. Attach the band to the top of your foot just below your ankle joint, and use your other foot or knee to anchor the band behind you so it angles down towards the floor. Keep your heel on the floor and bend your knee back and forth over your foot. Do 3 sets of about 10 to 20 reps for each leg. Number 3 is going to be foam rolling your calf and your foot. This is basically going to be releasing the tension in those parts of the body to, as well, try and increase some of the range of motion. Roll slowly over each body part, and when you get to a painful spot, stop on top of it for up to about a minute or until the pain decreases. Number 4 is strengthening. This isn't going to directly help heal the hot pocket, but it's pretty much just going to keep your body fresh for when you do actually get back to skating in 2 or 3 weeks. Number 5 is don't static stretch your calf. So pretty much every time you stretch your calf, you have to bend your foot in that direction, so you're putting yourself into that high risk, danger hot pocket zone. So just no static stretching of the calf for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Number 6 is avoid pain. So if you're getting pain doing any of the things we've talked about so far, just avoid it, stop it, do it at a less intense level, just chill for 2 or 3 weeks with no pain. So the best things you can do to prevent hot pockets are warming up before you skate and strengthening your body as well. Warming up is pretty much just going to prepare your body to handle that hot pocket motion better, and strengthening is going to basically stabilize that joint and keep you within that safe range of motion. So like we said before as well, if you've got limited range of motion in your ankle joint, you're pretty much going to be more susceptible to hot pockets. Doing some of the band exercises that we mentioned before and trying to increase the space in that ankle joint might help prevent hot pockets as well. Not been tested by anyone, but it's not going to hurt. So for everything we've gone over in this video, from foam rolling to warming up to strengthening to different stretching, along with how to improve how you feel when you skate, how to improve your energy levels, how to keep yourself skating for longer, along with interviews with pros, and man, so much more. Head over to thedailypush.com. I'm also going to be turning the whole website step by step into videos, so hit subscribe and look out for more stuff coming soon.